You touched on IXR there, the separation joint ventures. Can you just explain a bit of what that means in terms of overall project?
Yeah, look, there's a few branches to it. We've been working on the joint venture for a while, and if people didn't know, IXR have about 4-5% of Viridis, so they're a major shareholder. And for me, identifying what I believe are some of the biggest risks of getting into productions, one's approvals, and the other one was technology. So this JV for me, Barry, goes a long way in de-risking that timeline as you go through the steps of explorer to developer and to producer. And what it also allows us to do, instead of just staying at a carbonate, it allows us to capture the full value of the Colossus rare earth basket, as you sort of touched on before, and potentially the rare earth carbonates of other projects as well. So, we jumped at the opportunity for this JV. It's not every day that you get the opportunity to form a strategic partnership with a company such as Ionic Rare Earths, who've really, in my eyes, been leading the way for quite some time now with their separation and refining technology, into individual rare earth oxides, and also, just as important, their recycling technology, which is evident from the appreciable amounts of high purity magnet rare earth oxides that they've been producing from their demonstration plant up in Belfast there. So, I think the JV is paramount as it sort of puts us hopefully at the forefront now of the rare earth companies outside of China. And in a nutshell, for the listeners, the JV is sort of a 50-50 exclusive joint venture in terms of the rights to commercialize that sort of individual rare earth oxide refining capabilities in South America, North America, Europe, and also sort of Africa, except Uganda. And it also means that we've got access to that rare earth recycling technology in Brazil as well, which, when you spend time there, Barry, you realize it really is the hub for South America for sort of cars and EV cars. So all in all, pretty excited. We actually had Tim, their CEO and MD, here during the week, talking about our timeline on how we execute the various aspects of the scoping study and other bits and pieces. So we haven't just announced the JV, we're working very aggressively and proactively in making sure we've got a timeline to do all the work.
In general terms, is it possible to get a feel for, perhaps just in rough percentage terms, what the value uplift is from going from a carbonate to the separated products?
Yeah, it's about, I'm working on a rule of thumb about 30% right now. Mm-hmm. We'll start to get more color on that as we start to have discussions with off-takers, which are happening now, but the tricky part is also the pricing mechanism. But yeah, a rule of thumb, I'd say about 30%.
Right. So, well worth doing. Okay. And importantly, a lot of people can will be able to produce the carbonate, but end users are going to say, yeah, but we need to finish, the separated product.
Well, you're 100% right, and sort of coming to fruition with the off-takers I'm talking to, and they're all sort of, there's an array of them, but the bulk of them, in particular, if I'm talking, say, to car manufacturers, they're accustomed to buying car parts. So they don't want to buy carbonate and process it to an oxide and then do this and do that in terms of going through that alloy to a magnet. So the less interfaces they have, the better, and it's something which they've made it loud and clear to me where we sit if we do want to sort of get into bed with them. So you bang on with that, Barry.